Police in Chicago arrested actor Jussie Smollett this morning and said he'd paid two black men $3,500 to pretend to attack him and make him look like the victim of a hate crime. Last month, Smollett had claimed he'd been attacked by two white men who recognized him from the show Empire and put a noose around his neck, then hailed MAGA country.
This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career.
Smollett now faces a felony charge for filing a false police report. His lawyers say he's innocent, and they're planning to investigate. It's a strange situation that's giving President Trump something to tweet about. A complete 180 in a story that, for a few weeks, gave liberals a talking point. From the very beginning, there were some signs that something was off. First, why would two homophobic, racist men be watching a show starring a gay black man closely enough to recognize him on the street? And why were they outside at 2 a.m. during a polar vortex? And I personally never got why a black man would leave a noose around his neck for hours and not take it off. Jussie Smollett was happy to answer these questions for the media.
Who the would make something like this up or add something to it or whatever it may be?
But for a solid 3 weeks, a lot of people have been publicly supporting Smollett via social media, in particular politicians. If you want to play to your base, one of the easiest shortcuts is to find something that other people are outraged about, and then tweet about it, saying, yes, I too am outraged. Basically, it's free woke points. You don't have to write legislation or donate money or do any of the other things that make being a politician hard work. And it's high return. You now have a track record for supporting LGBT and minority rights or anything else that you want. Politicians on both sides do this, but in this case, it was the left that really leaned into it. From newcomers like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to veterans like Nancy Pelosi, and presidential hopefuls Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. But recently, a lot of those politicians have started walking back their support for Smollett, or even deleting their tweets outright. Social media has been a powerful tool for people to put pressure on institutions like the government, the police, and even mass media. And over the past few years, politicians have started to turn that momentum into a tool for PR, which you could be cynical about. But when politicians lend their name to a cause, it helps bring attention to issues that otherwise might not get that much notice. And that does have benefits. Jussie Smollett just threw a wrench in all that. He hasn't been found guilty, but the seeds of doubt that are there have been amplified by all the public figures who jumped on the bandwagon the first chance they got. There were already people who tended to believe that anyone talking about discrimination or violence faced by women or minorities was either exaggerating, playing a victim card, or just outright lying. And it only takes one high-profile incident to add fuel to those suspicions. The right wing is going to have this in their back pocket for a long time. And because of that, people who have been victimized may worry about getting labeled a liar and be afraid to speak up, which is frustrating because according to the FBI, hate crimes are on the rise, with about 75% being motivated by race or sexual orientation. It's a point the police made themselves this morning.
My concern is that hate crimes will now publicly be met with a level of skepticism that previously didn't happen.